Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about one of Toronto's cold cases. Now, case is from 2001 and is still unsolved to this day. 33-year-old Cecil Hinds came to Canada with his mother, 3 brothers, and 3 sisters in 1982 from Guyana. Their father had just died and the family needed a new start. They settled in the Martin Grove and Albion Road community. And that's where Cecil, basically grew up. He graduated from North Albion Collegiate and he would attend York University and graduate with a degree for chemistry. He planned on going to the US to pursue a postgraduate program. At the time of his sudden death, he was employed as a part-time pharmacist at the Hospital for Sick Children, which is in downtown Toronto. He was also a father to a 3-year-old daughter and was planning a wedding with his fiancée. On August 23rd, 2001, after work, Cecil, I'm actually not quite sure of the pronunciation, but I'm trying to pronounce it going off the spelling. Cecil, Cecil. He headed to his old neighborhood His entire family had moved to Woodbridge a few years prior due to the increase of violence in the area. That night, he went over to play basketball and hang out with some old friends. It's summer. Shortly after midnight on August 24th, 2001, after the basketball game had finished, they were sitting outside of 53 Silverstone Drive, which I believe that was the friend's house or one of the friend's house, when several teens or young adults, they came running around a corner firing, with no real intended to. In my opinion, if you're going to shoot a GUN, you should have practice on it. You don't just come into a crowd and start shooting up the place. But who am I? I'm not part of that lifestyle. I don't know how they govern their thing. But I'm just saying, it just makes sense. But they came around, started shooting, and without the regard for life. Bullets were going through trees in the front yard, plant holders, and one bullet. It only took one. It entered into Cecil's chest. As he can see what's going on. Everyone's trying to run around. He's trying to get into the house. And he was shot. He was pronounced dead on scene. He didn't even get the chance to make it to a hospital. He became Toronto's 34th homicide victim of 2001. And after all that, police don't even believe Cecil was the intended target. I mean, why would he be? He's a progressive young man. He doesn't have any run-ins with the police because guess what? If he ever had any bad interaction with the police, the headlines would have been completely different. The headlines would have been twice arrested young man shot in Etobicoke, or twice convicted, or if there was anything negative about him in his life, the press would have found it and that would have been the headline. But Cecil was a young man, 33. He was engaged to be married. He had a 3-year-old daughter that he was in the process of teaching her how to ride her bike when all of this happened. He was just living his life. He did what society told us to do, right? Go to school. He graduated high school. He went to York University. He graduated from York University. He had a degree in chemistry. And he was a pharmacist at one of the top-notch hospitals in Toronto, in the city, in the country. And he just went to go play some basketball. You can't even do that no more. And this was in 2001. So imagine what the climate is now. One of the detectives on the case, published on August 25th, 2001 in the Toronto Star, he's quoted as saying, "I think the persons who came here and did this certainly had somebody in mind, but they picked the wrong person." If this is the lifestyle that you choose to be involved in, and you see one of your ops or your enemy, whatever you guys call them, go up to them and, you guys square it out. No violence, no violence. Square it out. But you guys are cowards and just go shoot up the place, and wherever the bullet land, the bullet land. That's basically what it is. With no care in the world. And the fact that this was at night, it was, it's dark, it's night, or early morning, 12:10 a.m. There's no real description of the suspect. At the time in 2001, they had released composite sketch or whatever. But the description was black male wearing a blue hoodie. And they ran from Silverstone Drive over to Mount Olive. And they got away in a older Volkswagen Jetta. That's it. No height description or nothing. It could be 3 to 4 men. They're not quite sure. There was people standing outside. There was people around. But when shots start to fire, people are running off. Nobody's standing up to give no description or no comment to the police or whatever. And a good young man got taken away. And for what? The ones who perpetrated this crime may not even be alive right now. They could be. I don't know. We don't know who they are, right? But they could have become victims of the street. Why am I putting a TH in street? They could have become victims of the street too. But as I said, this case remains unsolved. If you have any information you would like to give to the authorities, the information to contact them is on screen. And if you don't want to go forward, you can do it anonymously at 1-800-222-TIPS. But yeah, if you haven't liked this video already, please do like and share the video. Did I say that? I tend to repeat myself. Subscribe, leave a comment, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.